Here we go. Okay, so today's Zoom is about Mary Kay hacks, all the many wonderful ways that you can use this amazing product. Mary and I are going to share some of the things that we've heard and done over the years with our Mary Kay favorites. All right, Mary Ann, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Do you want to start with skincare, makeup, both? Do you have a preference?
Whatever you want to start with. Mine's just all jumbled, so just,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So one of my favorites that I typically don't hear from other people is the many ways to use translucent setting powder. And I call it the duct tape of makeup, meaning that it fixes everything. So originally, translucent powder is meant to set your foundation. Whenever you have a liquid or a creamy foundation, you always want to set it with a powder of some sort. You can use a mineral powder that has a shade, or you can use translucent powder, which is clear and it doesn't change the coloring on your face. Like if you did any highlight or contour or cheek colors, it sets it all. So especially if you're using like cream cheek colors and stuff, it sets everything. Well, since creamy plus powder equals staying really good, I decided I'd put it on my lipstick. And so I always, whenever I wear lipstick, I just put my finger on the lid and pick some translucent powder up and just tap it on there and take another finger and do that. And it sets my lipstick and it stays all day long. And so especially with Mary Kay lipstick, since it has the jojoba oil in it and it's very moisturizing, that it's almost like a blanket that moisturizes my lips all day long. So I don't apply lip balm throughout the day. I just do it morning and night when I brush my teeth. And then I also sometimes after I finish with my mascara, if I know maybe it's going to be an extra long day, or if I think I'm going to go to church and cry or a special event, I will take the translucent powder with a big powder brush and just kind of dust it around my eyelashes, and it creamy plus powder equals staying. And so I love that. Plus you can kind of actually put it in your hair and use it as a dry shampoo for a little bit, because again, oily plus powder equals not a greasy hair. It's a little bit different. So that's one of my favorite ones. And then I also like to, I'm not a big fan of lip gloss because when the wind blows, my hair gets in it and I just don't like it. And then also the fact that I have to reapply it because, you know, lip gloss comes off. I just like to do my makeup once and be done. But lip gloss creates a really nice dimension. So like that light and darkness, with your lips. And so sometimes I like to take just like a shimmer eyeshadow and tap just a little bit of it right there and right there, and it's going to create that fuller look in the middle and also catch the light and give you a little bit of sheen. And so especially if you have some of our matte lipsticks that don't have any shimmer or sheen to them at all, that eyeshadow can also provide that as well. Not a whole lot. If you use too much, it'll look dry and you'll see all the cracks in your lips. So, you know, you can play with it. I also love nourishing oil. That one has so many different benefits. It's skincare and it is a moisturizer for your face. That it's number one use. That's what it's made for. Our Mary Kay team did tell us that we can use it on our cuticles. We can use it in our hair. And so like just kind of apply it when it's slightly damp and then blow dry, and it just gives it this beautiful shine and helps to really close the cuticles of your hair shaft. And so it does really give your hair a beautiful shine. I also like to mix it with my foundations just a little bit, just a drop, and it can make a matte foundation look a little bit more luminous. Or during the wintertime, it can just add more hydration to your foundation and give you a beautiful glow. So I've also used, we have a beard oil, so if you have any left on your shelf, also, since that's made of oil and it came from Mary Kay, I put that in my foundation too when I couldn't find my nourishing oil. And so it was fine. It worked out great. My foundation looked good and it was like, this smells good. It was really minty and freshy because from the beard oil. So yeah, lots of different things right there. Other uses. Goodness. The charcoal mask. That one's been really fun. So charcoal mask has been known to detoxify. I don't know if you've seen lately, but at spas, there are back facials now. So basically skincare for your back. And I've seen them put charcoal masks on there. Well, we can do that too. So get you a buddy and have them put a charcoal mask on your back and lie still for a little bit, about 10 or 20 minutes, and it's going to detox and get all that acne or all the junk out of your back. It also helped to even that skin tone back there, and it's just really cool. So have fun with that one. I also use the charcoal mask for bug bites. It helps pull stuff out. It helps to minimize the itching really, really quickly. And I know Michelle has a story with that one. Do you want to jump in with that, your other charcoal mask use that's kind of interesting?
I've got it on my list, so
Okay, cool.
you go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Oh my gosh. So many things. Oh, our toning lotion, and I use the dark CC cream, but technically I guess you could use any of our foundations. It's like makeup for your legs. So during the summer when I don't have time to go get a spray tan, but I need some quick color, or like this springtime, especially when you have that one event where you all of a sudden have to wear a short dress and you are not ready. I just mix 1 pump of the toning lotion, the body lotion, with 1 or 2 pumps of the deep or very deep CC cream, and just massage it all over my legs. And it's like an instant tan, and it stays on my skin. I remember one time I went to bed with it on. I didn't wash it off before I went to bed. And in the morning, I looked and like it wasn't all over my sheets. I got in the shower, and that's when all the dark makeup started rinsing off. And so it stayed on my, I even wore white. I was bold one day. I wore white shorts on top of that makeup, and it didn't get all over my shorts. It was amazing. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So that was kind of cool. So just based on your, skin tone, if you want to grab an extra one of those, I have all demo, so it's easy for me just to grab a dark foundation. Most people don't have that, but hey, since we don't actually have we don't have the self tanner now, right? We're all out. Okay. Yeah. And someone's in a pinch, that's a fun, quick way to do that. And it looks really good. Plus it's skincare for your legs, like Time Wise 3D on your legs. Absolutely. Let's see. Perfumes, I think I use those pretty normal. I spray sometimes my cards, like when I'm doing customer service stuff, I'll spray my cards with a perfume. That's more of a customer service thing, not necessarily a multi-hack. So those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head right now. So Michelle, you go ahead, and if I think of any more, I'll let you know.
Okay. All right, good. Those are great, Marianne. All right, so let's start with micellar water. All right, so I noticed that I was getting some crusty, dry areas, and just from I guess it's from aging, or the product that I would put on my skin at night would have residue the next day, and then I would do my eyeshadow, and it would it would make my skin dry, or the wrinkles more apparent. And so I started doing micellar water every morning after, and of course I cleanse again and do all my skincare, and I sit down at my makeup table, and the first thing I do is I take a cloth with a little micellar water, and I just go over my lid and brow bone to clean that area out, so that I don't have any extra product on that area. Because as you do get older, things just kind of sit in on that eye area, and it just makes everything that's supposed to last longer break down. And so it's just something that getting older, you're going to struggle with. So the micellar water has worked great. So the dryness and the crustiness look has gone away. Plus, also, guys, the only thing that we really should be putting on our eyelids is your eye, after you take your eye makeup off, is your eye cream. Okay. Because everything else, like night cream that has retinol, it's just really too strong for that really thin eye area. And I think that was what was causing me to have like crusty and dry areas. I was just really drying out my eyes. So that's, something that I figured out. Also, when I was would get really, really dry in the winter months, I would mix a little bit of my moisturizer with my foundation or my Serum C. Now that we have the HA ceramide, I don't have to worry about that. You can mix that with it. concealer like Marianne does her powder. When you're older and you start to lose the shape of your lips, you just cover them up with concealer and then you draw them back on the way that you want them. And it stays and it doesn't look like you've got, fish lips or anything. I've always done that. So I love the concealer. So yeah, the naturally oil, I'm a fan of that also. I used to mix it with the toning lotion, and oh gosh, it gives such a smooth, it just really conditions and just heals your skin, your leg skin, and just your body skin. It's just so smooth. Like the toning lotion itself is wonderful. And then you add that naturally oil in with it. Oh, it's just a whole nother level of awesome. Elbows, you can do that. So when I get stressed, I've noticed as I got older, it was after COVID. During COVID, if I got stressed, I would get a patch of psoriasis on my elbows. And my dad has psoriasis really, really bad, just all over his hands. Like he was an electrician and he just couldn't even work anymore because it was just affecting everything. And so I get a little bit right here and it itches and it's patchy. And so instead of going to the doctor and saying, oh, I've got to take medicine, I use extra moist night cream. I would put the naturally oil on the area, and then I would cover it with the extra moist night cream. Because I've been on the phone with Mary Kay Corporate Medical Services before, and we've had this whole conversation about extra moist night cream and what the heck is it. And I remember the lady I was talking to, she and I were laughing. She's like, look, it's an ongoing joke here in medical services. She's like, we say Mary Kay put some magic juju in there because we get so many calls of what it's done and how it's healed this and healed that. And we're like, what is this stuff? It's like one of our oldest products. And so that leads me into extra moist night cream. So of course I use it for my psoriasis, and literally, y'all, in 3 days, it's gone in 3 days. I also have Grover's. I've had Grover's disease before, and that is, and it's not curable. It's a disease that mostly old men get who live in tropical climates, and it's kind of like psoriasis all over your body. Imagine it itches, and I actually, my holistic therapist is the only person that got it out of my body. It's radiation and it's overexposure of sun, dry skin, and excessive sweating. So the fact that women going through menopause didn't have this, but old men that live in tropical climates has it, it's crazy to me. But my dermatologist said I had the worst case that she'd ever seen. And there was no cure. I couldn't take enough steroids, over a long period of time. And so I went holistic route, finally got rid of it. But last summer, started getting a little bit right, like at my hip, where your pants sit, right, your hip bone. And I knew what it was. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So guess what I did? I got out the extra moist, or the naturally oil, and the extra moist night cream. And it took longer than 3 days, but praise God, I didn't have to go and get it detoxed. It's just those things are healers, guys. I mean, they are just, try it on anything. Here's some other things for extra moist night cream. All the nationals, the old pioneers, the pioneers that kind of retired in the 90s, or actually the early 2000s, they used to always take that extra moist night cream, and after they would do their eye cream at night, they would take that extra moist night cream and they would pat it on top to seal that eye cream in. And you guys, they all had, like, you would get up close and they all just had this smooth, like, this is where you show your age. And they were always so smooth. I forget to do that, but sometimes I'll remember. And so, but if you're starting to age and you're starting to get that crepiness, and you can't do retinol up there, go ahead, put your eye cream on, and then put your extra moist night cream on top. Okay, every night, just seal that in. I used to always have these older women that would call and order. Extra Moist Night Cream used to be in a jar, and they would call and order 2 jars at a time. And then they would always want to share with me what they do with it. And the breast was, like when you sleep and you get the crinkling in the chest, they would just put it all right in here. Um, Diaper rashes for babies, of course, elbows for dry elbows, hands. A lot of times, a lot of the old pioneers and the people that have been around Mary Kay for a long time during the winter months, those old dollar gloves, those stretchy gloves, they get those and they squirt Extra Moist Night Cream in. And when they get out of their car to pump gas, they put their hand in there and they pump the gas, and then it's just hand cream at that point when your hands are so dry, when you really live in cold climates. We talked about psoriasis, eczema, eyes, feet. Oh, feet. My grandmother, when she was alive, she was a diabetic. And if you've ever seen the feet of a diabetic, the bottom is just almost like hard concrete. My poor grandmother's feet would crack and bleed. And I remember when I was a kid, I would just rub lotion. It would not even affect it. But then I got into Mary Kay, we started rubbing, and she just loved it. Like, she was like, my feet have never been soft. Like, she doesn't even remember her feet being soft. And you sleep in socks. Wonderful. I think I'm gonna do that tonight. And so just Extra Moist Night Cream. Gosh, thank you, Mary Kay, for that. Whatever's in it, we love it. Acne gel. Let's talk about acne gel. Of course, it's wonderful. It's got benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid. It's also great for when you cut and your leg shaving and it's just bleeding. You need it to stop. Dab some of that Extra Moist Night Cream on there. My young customers have taught me that. Fever blister. It helps with fever blisters. Acne treatment gel. All right. What else? Let's see. Bronzer. I wear bronzer as my brown eyeshadow. Our light bronzer latte. You can see it. It's just such a pretty color. Kind of got bored with hazelnut, and when you're older and you want a good matte and you have really ivory skin, some of the other colors can get too dark. And gosh, our latte is a matte and it's beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. You can use our cheek colors too for eyeshadows. They're kind of bold, but bold colors were in this summer. You can use any of those for cheek colors and highlighter, all of that for eye colors. Eye makeup remover, great for Sharpie, removing Sharpie like on your face. Dogs that get the cry marks, those dogs that get that stain. There is certain, it helps with that. Eye makeup remover removes this our lipstick stain. Let's see, gosh, I feel like I'm missing something on this eye makeup remover because it's so wonderful. Huh? I'll think about it. Let's see, prevent dry skin on the eyebrows and lids. We've already talked about that. Charcoal mask. So Wanda's daughter taught me this. She takes our charcoal mask and she rubbed it underneath her arms and as a detox. And then, of course, you guys know I detox my feet because I get these weird things happening with my feet since I've had COVID twice. And I put it on for 30 minutes longer. Then I soak in Epsom salt, and my feet feel so much better, so much better. Like they're starting to feel a little weird now. And so I know it's time for me to detox my feet again. And then, let's see. Oh, the 3-in-1 bar. Back acne. I sell it to all my teenage boys, all their friends, all the moms that have teenage boys at the school. Back acne. It's wonderful. It's the only thing that we know that works, So if you've got teenagers, they've got back acne, that is amazing. All right. So we want to hear from you guys because I know you guys are out in the field and you've probably heard customers talk about some of our great products that are amazing to use for other things. Anybody want to share? We've got some chats going on. Oh, Mary Ann, you want to talk more about
I use
micellar
the,
water?
oh,
Oh, go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I've used the 3-in-1 bar to clean my brushes too.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's a great, I think I've heard that one before. Yes, good idea, Wanda.
On that, I've used our brush cleaner to clean off my mirrors, my Mary Kay mirrors, because it's got like the alcohol in it, so it like, it dehydrate. Like, what is it called? Evaporates.
Separates,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. That's a good idea. All right, anybody else? Mary Ann, you want to share what you wrote on the chat?
Yeah, Nikki, she camps a lot, and so after the micellar water came out, I suggested that she take that with her and see what she can do with it. And so, yeah, they used it for underarms and just staying clean and fresh. And so that's a new camping thing. I sent that with my mother-in-law. She really loved that. And then through having breast cancer and doing chemo, losing my hair, radiation, so I treated my head just like my face, and it needed to be cleaned, exfoliated, and hydrated and healed. And so everything I did to my face, I just took it on down that way. And I had a really pretty head. And it
Yes.
was during COVID, and I was washing my face like extra, extra, and doing all the supplements with all our skincare classes online. And so my skin was just so glowing and nourished because I was using all of the products more often. And then after, and I didn't ever struggle with dryness, even though I was taking the dose dense version of chemo. Like I was taking a lot at one time so we could get ahead of things. And because of, how I was trying to eat and drink, but then staying on top of all of the skincare, I never struggled with pain or dryness or any of that uncomfortableness. And so then when we started radiation, anything that hydrated and healed. So it was any concoction of the Serum C, toning lotion, nourishing oil, the extra moly night cream. What's the one in the summer? The gel.
Oh, after sun gel.
Yeah, after sun replenishing gel. Yeah, I would just do a slew of those things, some combination of it. And, really didn't have a problem with any of that. Let's see. Nikki says her sound is wonky. Oh no, that's frustrating. And then Morgan struggles with eczema sometimes during the winter. And so the only product that doesn't burn her skin is the extra emollient night cream and the nourishing oil. So even stuff that you can buy from the store that says for eczema, there's too many ingredients in it. And once she scratched her skin and it's broken the moisture barrier and it's real painful, that's the only thing that's soothing enough. And yeah, oil-free eye makeup remover will get hair dye off your scalp if you dye your own hair, crayon off the wall, and gum out of your hair.
Wow, awesome. All right, that's fun stuff. It makes me want to go and one more thing, the after sun replenisher, that's also been known to help with psoriasis or eczema. I get those two confused. I know one time I looked them up, I'm like, oh, that's the difference. Well, now I've already forgot. But yes, that helps, and because it has aloe in there. Aloe is wonderful. So very good. All right, guys. So this is recorded. Oh, go ahead, Mary Ann.
It's Debbie. I didn't realize I just took my mute button. I was trying to talk, and I was wondering why y'all was just kept on talking.
We were
You couldn't
ignoring
hear
you.
me.
No, I'm just kidding.
I have been, Jesse, he, tears my skin up. And so I have been
That's
using
your dog?
Uh-huh.
Okay, for the people who are watching it, just wanted to make sure it wasn't your
I
husband.
thought everybody knew Jesse. But anyway, I use the that nourishing oil, and I'll use the CNE serum, and it'll help heal it, quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love that. That's good.
Good.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Debbie. I also use the extra emollient night cream for lip balm, the nourishing oil
Yeah.
for lip balm, the beard oil for lip balm. If it's hydrating, I stick it on me.
Yeah.
Great.
do you think that the men could use the nourishing oil for beard oil?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
I
Yeah,
mean, we get to put it in our hair
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I
and
think
he'll smell good when you get up in his face.
All right, awesome. All right, thank you guys. You guys get some rest. This daylight savings time is it's
I saw
rocking the world.
Yolanda, hold on. Yolanda sent me a direct message. The calming milk. Totally forgot about that one. Extra Emollient night cream for painful splitting cuticles and hangnails. Genius.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thank you, Yolanda. Appreciate
yeah.
you.
I have one of those right now. I need to go put on. All right, guys, great job. I'm excited. Let's go use some of these fun products for other problems, right? All right, good night,
Right.
everybody.
Good night.
Night.